All right, so we're diving deep into YouTube income today. And using Joshua Mayo's experience as like a case study, I know
Yeah.
a lot of you out there are interested in what it really takes to make it on YouTube. And
Mm.
Joshua's story gives us some pretty incredible insights. He actually documented his entire first year on the platform, revealed his earnings and strategies. And it's definitely not your typical overnight success story like we see so much.
Yeah.
It's
There are
more of a
cuts.
testament to the power of persistence and playing the long game, I
Yeah,
think.
you hit the nail on the head. Joshua's story really dismantles that myth of instant YouTube stardom. And he was incredibly open about his initial struggles, which I think a lot of creators can relate to.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So let's unpack those early days. We're talking single-digit views.
Mm.
Even after months of consistently posting new content, can you imagine the dedication? Putting your heart and soul into a video hitting publish, and then barely anyone watches it. In fact, his first video got a grand total of 12 views.
Wow. And he was thrilled. 12 views. I mean, that just goes to show the level of enthusiasm and optimism
Yeah.
that he started with.
Yeah. But then reality set in. One of his videos got only 4 views.
Oh, wow.
I can't even imagine putting something out there and getting that kind of response.
It's a roller coaster of emotions for sure.
Yeah.
That's what we call the flatline period. And it's something that so many creators struggle with.
Yeah.
And often it leads to them giving up altogether.
Right. But not Joshua. He pushed through 9 months of creating content with barely any views, which speaks volumes about his perseverance.
Absolutely. It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How often do we give up on our own goals and aspirations when we don't see immediate results? Whether it's a creative project,
Yeah.
a fitness goal, anything that requires dedication and consistency, there are bound to be those moments of doubt. But Joshua's story is a powerful reminder to keep pushing through those tough times.
I love that. Okay, now here's where things take a fascinating turn. In mid-October, Joshua experienced a game changer. One of his videos went viral.
And I'm not talking about a few extra views. This was a full-blown viral explosion. The kind that sends your view count soaring into the stratosphere and your subscriber list growing exponentially. It's like watching a rocket launch. The anticipation builds and then boom, it takes off at incredible speed.
It's amazing, isn't it? That's what the viral effect is all about, right? It's like word of mouth, but on steroids.
Yeah.
One person shares it, then 10 more people do.
Yeah,
And before you know it, thousands of people are discovering your content all at once.
exactly. And while luck certainly plays a role, Joshua's consistent effort over those initial 9 months positioned him perfectly to capitalize on that lucky break. When it arrived, think of it like this. You're throwing darts at a dartboard. The more darts you throw, the higher the chances of hitting the bullseye. Consistency increases your opportunities.
That's a great analogy. But it's also about creating content that truly resonates with an audience. Joshua found a way to tap into something that people were genuinely interested in, and that's what fueled the viral fire. So this viral moment catapults Joshua into a whole new realm of YouTube. And now I'm really curious about where the money's coming from. You mentioned he has 3 primary income streams: sponsorships, affiliate marketing, and YouTube ads. I was actually surprised to learn that sponsorships were his smallest income source in 2022.
That might seem counterintuitive at first glance, especially considering his viral success. But keep in mind, he was still relatively new to the game at that point. Building strong relationships with brands takes time. And as his channel continues to grow and his audience becomes more established, we'd expect that sponsorship revenue to increase significantly. It's all about building trust and credibility over time.
You make sense. Now let's unpack affiliate marketing. For those who might not be familiar with the concept, can you give us an example of how it works? Specifically in Joshua's case.
Okay, so imagine you discover a tool that's incredibly helpful, like a new software or must-have gadget. You're so excited about it that you can't wait to share it with your friends. Now imagine if you could earn a small reward every time one of your friends purchased that tool, based on your recommendation. That's essentially what affiliate marketing is all about.
I see. Okay, so how did Joshua use this to his advantage?
He gave a great example of promoting a camera he uses for his videos. He included an affiliate link to that specific camera on Amazon in his video description. Now, if someone watches his video, loves his recommendation, clicks his link and buys the camera, or even related products like lenses or SD cards, Joshua earns a commission. It's a win-win situation. His viewers get valuable recommendations, and he earns passive income for his efforts.
Pretty cool and pretty lucrative. He made $146,141 from affiliate marketing in 2022, and as you mentioned, it's mostly passive income, which is incredible.
Exactly. Once those affiliate links are out there doing their thing, they can continue generating income. Even as he shifts his focus to creating new content It's like planting seeds that continue to sprout and grow over time.
I like that metaphor a lot. Okay, now let's talk about the big kahuna. YouTube ads. This was his biggest earner, bringing in over $362,000. Those numbers are seriously impressive. Could you break down how this all works? What determines how much a YouTuber earns from ads?
It all boils down to a metric called RPM, which stands for revenue per mille. In simple terms, it's the amount of money a YouTuber earns for every 1,000 views on their videos. Think of it this way. Each of your views is like a little vending machine. And every time someone watches it, dispenses a few cents.
I love that visual. So what's the average RPM for YouTubers?
The average RPM typically falls somewhere between $3 and $4. However, there's a lot of variation depending on factors like audience engagement niche and video length.
Okay, so that's a decent range. But here's where things get really interesting. Joshua's average RPM for 2022 was a whopping $21.20. That's like having vending machines that dispense dollar bills instead of just a few cents.
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce here? Why is his RPM so much higher than the average?
That's a fantastic question, and it speaks to the power of strategic content creation. There are a few key factors contributing to his impressive RPM. First, his niche focus on finance is a major advantage. Advertisers in the financial sector are willing to spend more. To reach an audience that's genuinely interested in investing, money management, and all things finance related, it's a highly valuable demographic.
So choosing the right niche can make a significant difference in your earning potential.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the niche itself. It's also about the level of engagement Joshua fosters within his audience. YouTube's algorithm favors channels with high engagement, meaning viewers are watching videos all the way through, liking, commenting, and subscribing. This signals to YouTube that Joshua's content is valuable and keeps people coming back for more, which translates to higher ad revenue.
Makes sense. It's fascinating how all these pieces fit together. To put this into perspective, let's take a closer look at some of Joshua's monthly earnings. In October, his RPM hit almost $30.
Wow.
In November, it was $27.43. And even in December, it remained over $21. Those numbers are incredible.
They really highlight the potential here, don't they? And it goes back to that idea of audience targeting. If you can create content that resonates deeply with a specific demographic, a demographic that advertisers are eager to reach, you can significantly increase your earning potential. It's not just about views. It's about the right views from the right audience.
Okay, so now let's shift gears a bit and talk about goals. Joshua set some incredibly ambitious goals for 2023, aiming for 1 million subscribers and $2 million in total income. He seems to be a firm believer in the power of setting bold goals and taking consistent action.
And that's where the compound effect comes into play. Small, consistent efforts, day after day, can lead to remarkable results over time. It's like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first it's small and doesn't gain much momentum, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, grows larger, and eventually becomes an unstoppable force. That's the power of consistency.
It's an inspiring concept, and I think it applies to so many aspects of life, not just YouTube, whether we're talking about building a business, learning a new skill, or improving our fitness. Those consistent daily actions can truly make all the difference.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the actions themselves, it's about the mindset behind them. Joshua's story demonstrates the importance of believing in your ability to achieve those goals, even when they seem far-fetched.
His story is starting to feel less like a YouTube dream and more like a masterclass in goal setting and strategic thinking. It's clear there's so much more to uncover about his journey.
There's definitely more to explore. In fact, in the next part of our dive into Joshua's experience, we'll delve deeper into the strategies he employed to reach those ambitious goals and the valuable lessons he learned along the way. Stay tuned.
Can't wait. Welcome back. So last time we were talking about Joshua's ambitious goals. For 2023, 1 million subscribers and $2 million in income. Those are some seriously impressive targets.
They are. And the most remarkable part is he actually hit those goals. He even showcased his 100,000 subscriber plaque in one of his videos. It's a tangible representation of his success and a testament to his commitment to achieving those big goals.
That's so cool. It really shows that with the right mindset and approach, even those seemingly out-of-reach goals can become a reality. He attributes a lot of his success to staying focused on the day-to-day actions, those small victories that, when compounded over time, lead to massive results.
He's absolutely right. It's so easy to get caught up in the enormity of our goals and become overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work it might take to get there. But Joshua emphasizes the importance of breaking those big goals down into smaller, more manageable steps, and then consistently taking action towards those steps day after day.
So he talked about the importance of making promises to yourself, and most importantly, keeping those promises. I think that's where a lot of people struggle. We have big dreams and ambitions, but sometimes life gets in the way, distractions pop up,
Yeah.
and we lose sight of those commitments we made to ourselves.
It's a common challenge for sure. But Joshua's approach is all about cultivating that self-discipline and staying focused on the process. He even challenged his viewers to set their own ambitious goals and see what they can accomplish with dedicated effort. Like try it for yourself.
Mm.
Experience the power of setting goals and then diligently working towards them.
I love that he did that. He even invited viewers to comment if they wanted to see a video dedicated to how he sets and achieves his goals. It's fantastic that he's not only sharing his success story, but also actively trying to empower others to achieve their own versions of success. He's creating a community of support and inspiration.
That's what's so inspiring about his approach. It's genuine, authentic, and driven by a desire to help others. He's not just about achieving personal success. He's about sharing his knowledge and experiences to uplift others.
Absolutely. He constantly emphasizes that building a successful YouTube channel is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, dedication, and a willingness to persevere, even when things get tough.
Absolutely. And that long-term vision is essential for success in any endeavor, really. Remember, even Joshua, with all of his success today, started with a much smaller goal. He mentioned that early on his initial milestone was simply reaching 1,000 subscribers.
That's so interesting. It shows that we don't have to start with these massive, overwhelming goals. We can start small, achieve those initial milestones, and then gradually raise the bar. As we gain momentum and confidence, it's all about celebrating those incremental wins along the way.
Precisely. And as things started to pick up for Joshua,
Yeah.
as he hit those initial milestones, he adjusted his sights and set his goals even higher. It's a fantastic example of how important it is to be flexible, adaptable, and willing to adjust our goals as we progress and gain new insights.
I see. Okay, so what does all of this mean for someone who might be listening right now, someone who's perhaps considering starting their own YouTube channel today? What key takeaways can they glean from Joshua's experience?
It's definitely a competitive landscape out there. But Joshua's journey proves that it's absolutely possible. To break through the noise and achieve a level of success that's both financially rewarding and personally fulfilling. The key is to approach it with dedication, consistency, and an open mind. Be willing to experiment, learn from your mistakes, and adapt your approach as you go. There's no one-size-fits-all formula for success. It's about finding what works best for you and your unique voice.
He also highlights the importance of having a strategy. It's not just about churning out videos and hoping for the best. It's about finding your niche, understanding your target audience, and diversifying your income streams to create a sustainable and thriving channel.
Exactly. And remember that RPM metric we discussed earlier. That's a crucial indicator of how well your content is resonating with advertisers, which ultimately affects your ad revenue. Joshua's success in the finance niche demonstrates the power of targeting a specific audience with high-value content that caters to their interests and needs.
So it emphasizes the power of choosing a niche you're genuinely passionate about, while also considering its potential for monetization. If you can find that sweet spot where your interests align with the profitable niche, that's a recipe for success.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the money. It's about finding that intersection where your passion, your skills, and the needs of your audience all converge.
Yeah.
When you're creating content you love for an audience that appreciates it. That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, I love that. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you'd want our listener to walk away with today?
For me, it's the understanding that success on YouTube, or in any pursuit for that matter, is a combination of various factors. It's a blend of hard work, unwavering consistency, strategic planning, and yes, a little bit of luck. But the more you put yourself out there, the more you refine your approach and learn from your experiences, the more likely you are to attract that luck.
Yeah.
And achieve those goals you set for yourself.
It's like that saying, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We can't control every aspect of our journey, but we can control how prepared we are to seize those opportunities when they arise. And speaking of opportunities, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. If you were to start a YouTube channel today, what niche would you choose and why? What are you passionate about? What unique knowledge or skills could you share with the world?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. And it's one that Joshua actually posed to his viewers as well. It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? It's not about chasing the latest trends or,
Yeah.
hopping on the bandwagon, but about discovering that sweet spot where your passions, your expertise,
Yeah.
and audience demand all intersect.
Yeah, it makes you realize there's so much potential out there, so many different niches and audiences just waiting to be tapped into. It's about finding that perfect match, that area where you can truly shine and make a
Uh,
difference.
Precisely. And remember, it's never too late to embark on this journey. Joshua didn't find his YouTube success until he was in his 30s. He even had a completely different career before diving into the world of finance and content creation.
Wow, that's really encouraging to hear. It's a reminder that we're never too old to pursue our passions and explore new avenues for creativity and success. There's hope for all of us late bloomers out there. It's about embracing that lifelong journey of learning and growth.
Absolutely. And it circles back to something Joshua emphasized throughout his journey, daily action. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or for all the stars to align. It's about taking those small steps each and every day to move closer to your goals.
Small victories day after day. Yeah, I like how he put it that way. I think that perfectly encapsulates the essence of his philosophy. It's about consistency, perseverance, and that unwavering belief in the cumulative power of those small efforts over time.
It's about building momentum one step at a time. And it's a principle that applies to any area of life, whether it's building a successful YouTube channel, launching a business, or simply working towards personal growth and fulfillment. It's about showing up, consistently putting in the work, and trusting that the results will follow.
You know what I find particularly interesting about Joshua's story? It wasn't solely about hitting those financial milestones or achieving a certain number of subscribers. It was also about building a community, connecting with people who shared his passion for finance, and empowering them with knowledge and resources.
That's a really important point.
Hmm.
It highlights the deeper purpose behind his journey. It's about creating something meaningful, something that adds value to the world, and fosters a sense of belonging and shared purpose. It's about connecting with others on a deeper level, building relationships, and making a positive impact through the power of shared knowledge and passion.
That sense of purpose can be an incredibly powerful motivator. It can fuel your creativity, drive you to push through challenges, and inspire you to keep creating even when the going gets tough. It's about creating something that resonates with others, something that leaves a lasting impression, and makes a difference in the lives of your audience.
Absolutely. It's about going beyond the pursuit of individual success
Mm.
and embracing the opportunity to make a positive contribution to the world.
I love that. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into Joshua Mayo's YouTube success, what's the final thought you want to leave with our listener?
I'd say this: never underestimate the power of consistent effort, strategic thinking, and a willingness to embrace both the challenges and the rewards that come with pursuing your passions. Joshua's story is a testament to the fact that success is often a journey, not a destination. It's about the growth, the learning, the connections you make along the way, and the impact you have on others.
Beautifully said. And who knows, maybe our listener out there is the next YouTube sensation just waiting to be discovered. If you're feeling inspired by Joshua's journey, take that first step, create that channel, and share your unique voice with the world. You never know where it might lead you. Until next time, keep diving deep, keep learning, and keep exploring those incredible possibilities that await